Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name's Lachlan and today I am going to be doing the mid-year freakout book tag. So I think there's like 13 or 14 questions and let's just go through them. The first question we have is the best book you've read so far in 2022. I have like the best books I've read. Definitely Wall of Winnipeg and Me is up there, even though I just recently read it. Is that cheating? I don't know. Also, Terms and Conditions by Lauren Asher. Red, White, and Royal Blue. I was only supposed to pick one book, but I don't care. Culty by Mariana Zapata, and also The Spanish Love Deception by Elena Armas. Yeah, we're just gonna cheat because I know it says to pick one, but I can't pick one. Hi, so I am sitting here editing this footage and I realized I forgot to mention my all-time favorite fantasy for this year so far, House of Sky and Breath. I was screaming, crying, literally throwing up after I finished this. If you read it, you know why. I give it 5 stars. If you haven't read Crescent City, highly recommend it. It's so good. It's a high urban fantasy and just incredible. I had to come on here and mention because who would I be?
Leaving this baby out.
Culty is a slow burn sports romance, and so is The Wall of Winnipeg and Me. Spanish Love Deception is also very slow burn and it's fake dating. So good. Red, White, and Royal Blue is a queer love story, and it does have some politics in there, so if you're like opposed to politics, you know, just be aware of that. And then Terms and Conditions is like a workplace romance. Oh god, I just love that book. So the next question is best sequel you've read so far in 2022. I'm gonna pick Twisted Games by Anna Wong. This was so good. I liked Twisted Love, but I wasn't so obsessed with it. Love Alex Volkov, but
this book, wow.
Took me by surprise. I absolutely loved it. It's a bodyguard romance and the main character is a princess and it's Grumpy Sunshine. I love this book so much. It kind of gave me Bridgerton vibes if you've watched that show. I've never read the series, but yeah, I just was very happy with this book. So the next question is new release you haven't read yet but you want to. I'm gonna go with I Kiss Shara Wheeler by Casey McQuiston because it's a new release that I want to read that I haven't read yet. Also I really love the cover of this book. It's super cute and it's queer and I'm pretty sure it's sapphic.
Yeah, it's definitely sapphic.
So hopefully I love it. Next up is most anticipated release for the second half of 2022. And easily that would be The Roommate Experiment by Elena Armas and It Starts With Us by Colleen Hoover. Those are my 2 most anticipated. Next question is biggest disappointment. Hold on.
I did not prepare for this question.
Okay, so for this one I am going to go with a book that is highly loved by many people. Don't hate me if this is your favorite book. Credence by Penelope Douglas. The reason it's most disappointing for me is because I think I just had it so hyped up in my head, and I also didn't know that it had non-con or dub-con or whatever, and I don't really like those in my romance books. I also was like so bored reading it. I'm sorry. I love Penelope's books so much, but this one was just like not for me. Okay, next question is my biggest surprise. And for this one, I'm gonna go with a really popular book that I didn't think I was going to like because I was spoiled for the book. Like somebody had told me what happened. Like both of the plot twists towards the end, and I was like,
oh, that sounds kind of lame.
So I put off on reading it for a really long time. And then when I finally read it, I was like, I loved it so much. And that would be Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren. This was my first Christina Lauren book. So basically, towards the end of this book, some things happen that upset a lot of people, which is totally valid. Like, I get it. But I think because I knew what was going to happen going into it, I had low expectations. And I don't know, I was just kind of like
blown away.
It took me probably 100 pages to really feel like I was loving it. Because before that, I was just so skeptical that I was like, I don't know what I'm getting into, you know? But yeah, I really love this and I read it so quickly and I can't wait to go back and annotate some more because I just had a really good time with this book. So the next question is new favorite author, and I'm gonna go with
Maria Zapata.
because I don't remember if did I read any of her books last year? I don't think I did. No, I didn't. I started January 1st. I read my first Mariana Zapata. I was like,
I'm gonna start out the year with Mariana.
and that's what I did. And I'm so happy that I did because wow, I love her. I've only read 2 of hers that I wasn't like super obsessed with, but I still enjoyed them. Just wasn't like my favorite. Everything else I've read from her, I am head over heels in love. So the next question is newest fictional crush. And speaking of Mariana Zapata, this would be Aiden Graves. Hands down. Love of my life. Love him so much. He's next to Aaron Blackford. Aaron, Aiden, you know, they're right there. Next one is
Oh my god, I can't read or speak.
the next question is newest favorite character. Oh my gosh, this is hard, okay? Okay, for this, I'm actually gonna go with Charlie and Nick from Heartstopper, and I know that's more than one character, but like, I don't care. They go together. So yeah, Charlie and Nick from Heartstopper, I love them. Next question is a book that made you cry. I don't even need to think. I don't even need to think for this one. Reminders of Him by Colleen Hoover. It would be illegal to make this video without a Colleen Hoover book. This book made me cry. I actually didn't cry that hard until the ending. I sobbed.
I was like, I'm not okay.
It's just very, wow, emotional.
This book is everything.
Okay, sorry, distracted. This book is so good. It's not very spicy. It is a romance, but it's more like of a story about this woman who just got out of prison and she's trying to get she's trying to reunite with her 4-year-old, I think she's 4, yeah, her 4-year-old daughter. She's still paying for the mistakes that she made in her past, so it's so gut-wrenching, it's so heartbreaking, and oh my god, all the empathy to these characters in this book, it's incredible. Next up is a book that made you happy. I have 2 of these, okay? Red, White, and Royal Blue, The Utmost Joy, Spanish Love Deception, because whenever I read this, I was, you know, in like a really bad funk, and I was reading this and it just brought me so much joy and happiness and comfort. So yeah. The next question is favorite book to movie adaptation you've seen so far this year? Okay. You know what? I don't care if it's a show,
And I haven't even seen it yet.
but I'm gonna say The Summer I Turned Pretty because it just came out today, the day I'm recording this, and I haven't seen it yet because I have work and stuff. I had friends who like stayed up last night watching all of it, like until like 3 o'clock in the morning. You know who you are. I've heard it's incredible, so I already know I'm gonna love it. So I'm just gonna say it right now, like that's gonna be my favorite adaptation. Next question is favorite review you've written this year. So instead of written, I'm gonna go with like one of my favorite review videos. And I don't know, this is hard because like all my videos, like looking back, I just cringe really hard at them. Every single video. So let me see. Either A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime or the Mindfuck series. Or you know what? War of Two Queens. I liked that review because I basically did like a recap of the whole book at the end of that, not the end of the video, but like in the spoiler section, I recap. I don't really think I've ever done that before. Also, I think I like my culty one and my terms and conditions, but I think it's also just because I love those books so much. Whatever. But I'm sure if I watched them back, I would probably just like cringe and be like, nope, none of them, none of them. Most beautiful book you've bought this year. So technically for this one, I didn't like intentionally purchase it, but it did come in a book box, and it is definitely the most beautiful book I think that I've gotten all year, and that would be The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea by Axio. I don't know if that's the correct pronunciation, but this book is so pretty. It's gorgeous. I love the colors. I love the design. I just think it's so pretty. Yeah, and hopefully I like the book because, oh my god, this is so pretty. Next question is books you really want to read by the end of the year. Okay, I can't include all those because that would like take forever. But I can do all the books I want to read by the end of the summer. Is that fair?
That seems fair.
Oh my god, okay. How I just like heroically picked all these up without, oh my back hurts.
Okay, literally pulled something in my back.
Getting too old to pick up books apparently. Okay, ow, and now my wrist hurts.
What the heck did I do?
Okay, Blood Scion. This was a Fairy Loot. Amari and the Night Brothers. This is a young adult fantasy. I bought this months ago with the intention of reading it immediately, and it's still been on my mind constantly. The Charm Offensive. This is a queer romance, and I think it's gonna be kind of like Red, White, and Royal Blue, so we'll see about that. A Love Letter to Whiskey by Katie Steiner. I've heard it's emotional. I've heard it has some tropes that I'm not a huge fan of, but I don't know, we'll see. A Freaking Normal People. I feel like everyone has read this, but
Everyone has read this, but I.
Everyone has read this but me. So I really hope I like it. Wait for it. This is just like a cute little summer read, I think. And then The Romantic Agenda. I think this has asexual representation, so I'm really interested in reading that. The Kiss Quotient. I've heard great things. The Unhoneymooners. Summer vibes. I hope it gives me summer vibes. One Last Stop by Kate Kristen, because I keep wanting to read it. Like, I need to read this now. I just need to read it. The Roughest Draft. Again, summer vibes, hopefully. And last but not least, The Lovely Beach Read and People We Meet on Vacation.
Because I need to freaking read these.
I need to read them, like, now. Definitely before the summer's over, I'm going to read these. If I don't,
Hold me accountable.
message me or something. That concludes all of the questions. I will probably tag a few people down below if I want them to do this tag. If you made it this far, you can leave a little sun emoji because, yeah, I don't know. It's really hot outside. I don't know why I'm wearing a cardigan. Like, I look like a librarian, but that's what I'm going for. So it's cool. We're cool. Anyway.
You can catch me on Instagram, Goodreads, TikTok.
All that fun stuff. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.